Welcome back to the channel, friends. Today, we're diving into one of the most functional yet stylish elements of home decor, wooden wall shelves. At first glance, a wall shelf might seem like just a piece of wood attached to the wall, something that holds books, plants, or decorative pieces. But when you really look closely, you'll see that wooden wall shelves can transform an empty wall into a statement, bringing warmth, character, and personality into any space. They're not just storage solutions. They're design pieces that balance functionality and beauty. So in this video, we'll explore everything about wooden wall shelves, their styles, uses, design inspirations, and tips for choosing the perfect one for your home. Stick with me until the end, because I'll also share some creative styling ideas to make your shelves stand out like art. When we think about wood, the first thing that comes to mind is its natural charm. Unlike plastic or metal, wood has warmth, texture, and a timeless quality. A wooden shelf, whether it's rustic, modern, or minimal, instantly makes a space feel inviting. Imagine a bare white wall, cold and empty. Now, picture that same wall with a floating wooden shelf holding books, a small plant, and a candle. Suddenly, the room feels alive, cozy, and curated. That's the magic of wood. It brings life into a room without trying too hard. One of the reasons wooden wall shelves remain so popular is their versatility. They can blend into almost any style of interior design. If you have a rustic farmhouse-style living room, a reclaimed wooden shelf with rough edges and natural grains will feel right at home. On the other hand, if your style is more modern and minimal, a sleek floating shelf with a smooth finish will add sophistication without taking up visual space. And if you love bohemian vibes, you can go for layered wooden shelves, mix them with woven baskets, and decorate them with eclectic pieces. Now, let's talk about the different types of wooden wall shelves. First up, we have floating shelves. These are probably the most popular type, known for their clean, minimal look. They don't have visible brackets, so they almost appear as if they're hovering on the wall. Floating shelves are perfect if you want something modern, simple, and elegant. They're great for displaying books, small sculptures, or even kitchen jars. Next, we have bracketed shelves. These are the classic type, where the wood plank is supported by metal or wooden brackets. They're sturdy, reliable, and can handle heavier items. The fun part about bracketed shelves is that the brackets themselves can become part of the design. For example, black iron brackets add an industrial touch, while carved wooden brackets bring in a traditional feel. Then there are corner shelves. These are great for utilizing otherwise wasted space. Corners are often overlooked in design, but with a neatly designed wooden corner shelf, you can make that empty space functional and stylish. Another beautiful type is the ladder shelf. Technically, it leans against the wall, but it still counts as a wall shelf. Ladder shelves often have multiple wooden tiers and create a casual, relaxed vibe. They're perfect for bedrooms, living rooms, or even bathrooms to hold towels and essentials. You also have box shelves or cube shelves, which are wooden frames mounted on the wall. These are both decorative and functional, giving you compartments to showcase small decor pieces, plants, or collectibles. And let's not forget modular shelves, which can be rearranged and customized. They allow you to create a design that fits your wall and your needs. Imagine a set of wooden blocks you can mix and match into different shapes and layouts. That's the beauty of modular shelving. Now, beyond just types, the choice of wood also makes a huge difference. Hardwoods like oak, walnut, or teak bring strength and durability, with rich grains that look stunning. Softer woods like pine are lighter, more affordable, and easier to customize. Reclaimed wood, on the other hand, tells a story. It carries history, texture, and imperfections that make it truly unique. If you're someone who values sustainability, reclaimed wood shelves are a fantastic choice because you're giving old wood a new life. When it comes to finishes, you have endless options. A natural finish lets the grain shine through and gives a warm, organic vibe. A stained finish can either darken or lighten the wood, depending on your preference. Painted shelves allow you to add a pop of color. Imagine a navy blue shelf against a white wall, or even a pastel-colored shelf in a nursery. And then you have distressed or weathered finishes that add a rustic, vintage character. Now let's move into where you can use wooden wall shelf around the home, because their versatility is truly unmatched, in the living room. Wooden shelves are often used to display books, plants, art pieces, or family photos. A long floating shelf above the sofa can act as a gallery wall replacement, giving you a stylish and changeable display area. In a minimalist space, even a single shelf with a few carefully chosen objects can speak volumes to in the bedroom. Shelves serve both function and beauty. Instead of a bulky nightstand, a small wooden wall shelf can hold your lamp, phone, and a book, keeping the floor space open and airy. Above the bed, wooden shelves can act as both storage and a focal point, where you can showcase framed prints, plants, or calming decor. In the kitchen, wooden shelves are a lifesaver. Open shelving has become a huge trend in modern kitchens, and wooden shelves add that warm, rustic touch to balance all the stainless steel and tiles. You can use them to store jars, spices, plates, or mugs, making your kitchen both functional and welcoming in the bathroom. Small wooden shelves can hold toiletries, rolled towels, or even candles. Since bathrooms are often small, wall shelves maximize storage without taking up valuable floor space. Just make sure the wood is sealed properly to handle moisture in the home office. Wooden wall shelves are great for keeping things organized while adding character to the workspace. You can line them with books, organizers, or even some decorative items to make the space feel inspiring. Lighting can also elevate your shelves. Adding small LED strip lights underneath a floating wooden shelf creates a warm glow and highlights your decor beautifully. For those who prefer a minimalist look, remember, the shelf doesn't have to be full. Negative space is just as important. Sometimes a single object on a wooden shelf can look more striking than a crowded arrangement. Of course, practicality matters too. If your shelves are for storage, make sure they're sturdy and securely mounted. Always consider the weight capacity before loading them with heavy items like large books or electronics. And remember, the hardware matters just as much as the shelf itself. Invisible brackets give you that floating look, while visible ones can become part of the design. Wooden shelves also have this timeless adaptability. As your taste changes, you can restyle them without replacing them. One season you might use them for holiday decor, the next for fresh plants, and later for a gallery of framed memories. Unlike bulky furniture, shelves can evolve with your lifestyle. Wrap things up. Wooden wall shelves are more than just storage. They're an extension of your personality and style. They can be rustic, modern, minimal, or eclectic. They can make a room feel cozy, organized, or artistic. Whether it's a floating shelf in your kitchen, a rustic bracketed shelf in your living room, or a sleek modular system in your office, wooden shelves are proof that sometimes the simplest designs have the biggest impact. If you've been staring at an empty wall, wondering how to fill it, consider adding a wooden wall shelf. It's practical, it's stylish, and it has the power to completely transform your space. And that's all for today's deep dive into wooden wall shelves. If you found inspiration here, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more home decor and craft ideas. Drop a comment below and tell me, how would you style your own wooden shelf? I'd love to hear your ideas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.